And we're doing a late one. It's almost midnight. I'm tired. Coconut. Got some coconut. Palms. See how this is. Not bad. Oh, so it's still Saturday, man. I was driving around in the heat today. I went to Specs and I went to make copies. Man, I went to make copies and then I went to hang out with Garth, and I missed a page of the. And I was not gonna do that, so I told Garth that we hung out, and then I was like, this is bugging me too much. I'm gonna have to go and make these copies. So I made a new cover. So it's a new cover. So if you want one, you know, just leave a comment or email me, whatever. So I've been asking people to suggest movies to review, and I asked someone, and like immediately they messaged me back and they said Dunk Ernest, which I was not expecting. I was expecting a horror movie, you know, so Friday the 13th Part 4, Dream Warriors, The Hills Have Eyes, you know, but no, they requested Dunk Ernest, and immediately I was like, oh, no, I'm not gonna. But then I was like, well, you know, I did ask, and it's something different. So unfortunately, it's free on Amazon Prime, so I can watch it with ads. So I started it yesterday, finished it this morning, because I was like, I'm not gonna like it. This is not the kind of movie I watch. But then I do like Ernest. I remember I did see Ernest Goes to Camp on cable, but I've never actually seen Ernest Scared Stupid or any of his other movies. I didn't know there were so many Ernest movies. Cheers. So Dunk Ernest. So he works at a mall. He's part of the cleaning crew. It's all black dudes and Ernest. And when the mall closes, they practice playing basketball. And Ernest, you know, he just wants to be part of the team, which is the whole point of the movie. You know, he wants friends. And Ernest, he's weird. He's he's not weird, but yeah, I thought it was just gonna be stupid, like nonsense, childish. And part of it, tiny part of it is, I guess, on some level. But Ernest is a good character. I forgot, because he just, like I said, he wants to have friends and be part of the group. And like part of me, I was like, now they just treat him like he's mentally handicapped. But no, watching that, I was like, no, he's not. That's not how he's being portrayed or treated. They do get frustrated with him though, because he's just a mess. He just messes up all the time, and Jesus Christ. So they let him, like, they have like a basketball league where I guess it's like normal people can play, and he wants to be part of it, but you know, they're like, no way, you know, you're call him a redneck, and they just kind of blow him off. But he's still, you know, Ernest is a good soul. So he there's an accident that actually he caused, but he covers up for them, and the leader, I can't remember his name. I want to say it was Barry. I don't think it was Barry, but he's like, "Hey, Ernest, you did a solid for us, so you can be part of the team." But Ernest is just such a screw up that I'm pretty buzzed, but he upsets them, and like they get mad at him, and then he gets he messes up their game, and they get mad and they leave him in the locker room, and out of a door appears the Archangel of basketball, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. This was made in '95. I remember Kareem in a Game of Death. Game of Death with Bruce Lee, and I was like, how old is he? Because he looks young. He was already, by this time, like in his 40s, like maybe mid 40s, and he looks, if you said he was like 30, he could pass for it. I was like, man, Kareem, he's in his mid 70s now, but man, he looks so good. So he gives Ernest these magic shoes, these super sneakers. So next time Ernest, all this clumsy stuff happens, and he's in the game, and he wins the game for them. So this whole movie is just about how Ernest, he becomes like a sensation, and this guy wants to exploit that and make him rich and make money and just corrupt Ernest, which he does, and really fast. And he's winning the games. Finally they have a game against, I didn't understand, like they're just like this minor league. I didn't know how basketball leagues work. They're like just a small league, but then they get a shot against an NBA team. And by this time, Ernest has been like turned to the dark side. He just thinks about money. There's this girl that is like seducing him, and he's just all with it. So what I'm getting to is like, there's one part that made me like laugh out loud, or just, I was like, wow, I can't believe they said that. The guy the leader of the team, he has a son who starts admiring Ernest for like all the, dude, when he's playing basketball, he's like the Flash. He can run, he can throw the ball, run and catch it, slam dunk it. He has like a hang time. Instead of hang time, you could grow a beard in. And his kid is like, dude, Ernest, you're the best. You're the best basketball player, and like you're my hero. And Ernest is like, well, you're your dad. What about your dad? And the kid said, my dad's nothing, and he'll never be. He says, my dad's nothing, and he'll always be nothing. And I was like, holy shit. That's messed up to say about your father, like, your dad's nothing and he'll never be nothing because you look up to this other guy who plays basketball. And that, like, sets Ernest straight. Like, Ernest is just a good dude. He's really good. Even though this movie is not that funny, Jim Varney is just great. Yeah, I really, as annoying like as he comes off, he's still very likable. He's a really good character, and as timid as he comes off and like foolish, there's a part where he gets mad at the guy that's been leading them on, and like you can make millions and you'll be rich. It gets to the point where Ernest tells him no. He's like, leave me alone, don't talk. And he's very assertive, and I like that. And he tells the girl to buzz off. And I was like, man, Ernest, he's not just he's not just a buffoon all the time. So, and then as I was watching this, oh my God, this is terrible. But then I was like, oh my God, this is 50 times better than like Amityville in Space, or Plaguers is okay, but it's way better than Plaguers. Oh my god, that Amityville Exorcist that I reviewed. I mean, I don't know what you think of Ernest. I kind of want to watch Scared Stupid. And Ernest Goes to Cat. I remember liking Ernest Goes to Cat, and I also remember did he have a TV show? I thought he had a TV show. I skimmed his filmography. Ugh, I didn't see it there, but I just remember him having a TV show. And then one thing I just noticed, that they say how short he is. I guess he has to be in this movie. They say he's 5'9", but on IMDb it says he's 6'1". And Jim Ernest, he looks like he's in good shape. And he died in 2000. He was like 51, maybe. So man, Ernest, he gave a good message. I haven't seen, and I was reading reviews, like almost every review said this is one of the lesser of the Ernest movies, but it's still really good though. So yeah, he has his fans. And I was like, do kids like Ernest? Do you like Ernest? Oh, and then there's also like the sneakers. They talk to him, and there's parts where you reminded me of Ash in Evil Dead when his hand gets taken over, and I was like, man, Jim Varney, he's a good, like, making it look like his body's being taken over by something else, his feet. Or his parts, yeah, I laughed a couple of times. Like, he kicks people. There's one part where the girl that's trying to seduce him, he kicks her in the ass, and like I was waiting for it. I was like, I know he's gonna kick her in the ass, and he did, and it's just stupid, but yeah, I still laughed. Yeah, but then on another level, this movie is just not a very well made film either. But I mean, would I watch this again? No. But I would watch other Ernest films. I've never found an Ernest VHS. And there's like Ernest Goes to Africa. Of course, maybe I should watch Scared Stupid or Ernest Goes to Camp. And I looked up. I skimmed Jim Varney's IMDb filmography. He was in The Expert with Jeff Speakman, and I was like, I think I have it. And I was like, what is? He's done other roles, and I was like, he's probably great. I mean, he was Jed Clampett in the Beverly Hillbillies movie. And actually, he was really good in that. I remember. So yeah, Jim Varney, man, he seemed like a really cool dude. I hope he's not like a pervert or a murderer or a sex pest or something like that. We don't know. Hopefully, we'll never find out. But the final rating for Slam Dunk Ernest, I just give it a solid 3. It was direct to video. The director and him were friends. I read a little bit. Like, he's been doing Ernest since like the late 70s, doing commercials for like car dealerships and restaurants, and man, he just turned it into like his livelihood, just being Ernest. And yeah, it's kind of like I always put him on like a level of Pee-wee, like Elvira. I don't know, Bozo the Clown, Mr. Rogers, like. But that's good company to keep. So yeah, I mean, should you watch? No, unless you're an Ernest fan, yeah, there's no need to watch. But if you like Ernest, and I forgot he's like, you know what I mean? Forgot that was like a thing actually. Oh, it also has Miguel Nunez Jr. He's in this. You know, I forgot his name from. He's in Return of the Living Dead. He's in um, Friday the 13th Part 5. You know, and he's really good in this. He's like the wild card in this, actually. But that part where the kid says, he's like, my dad's nothing and he'll never be anything. Or, oh, Jesus Christ. So my dad's nothing and he'll always be nothing. I was like, dude, that's messed up. And there's a part where the girl that's like seducing Ernest, she's filing his nails and then she just bites his nails and spits it out. I was like, ugh, this is gross. Also, Ernest has like a real rubbery face. His lips like are just like flapping all over the place. He's a really good like physical comedian, and it just sucks that we lost him so early. So thanks. I don't want to name drop the people who suggested these movies, but watching this was a little bit of an eye opener because I don't like comedies. This is just more like a whole. I think this is a movie that like the Ku Klux Klan people would love, because it's like a white guy being oppressed by minorities and like rising above, and he's just super wholesome and nice. Doesn't cuss. Doesn't, you know. He doesn't partake in the negative activities that like brown people do, which I appreciate too. I'm totally behind Ernest and all this stuff, like the way he like lives his life. Like there's a part where at the end, like you could the guy trying to corrupt him, he's like, this is like a $5 million contract and you're gonna throw it away to help your friends. And Ernest is like, yeah, I don't care. And I was like, oh, it's $5 million, dude. You'd be set for life. But yeah, Slam Dunk Ernest. I actually enjoyed it, but I never watched it again. So just check this out, and I'll see you tomorrow. I got another movie.